The shoulder is one of the most complex joints in the human body. It is the joint with the highest mobility as it provides our upper extremities with exceptional range of motion such as adduction, abduction, flexion, extension, internal rotation and external rotation among others. This extreme mobility has a downside. It makes the joint very unstable and vulnerable. To make up for this instability, we have four tendons that attach to the bone of the upper arm that keep the shoulder stable. These are called rotator cuffs. Unfortunately, because of the anatomy of the shoulder joint, the rotators have little room to move between bones, which can cause rubbing that will eventually lead to inflammation. This is very common for people whose activity involves great exertion of the shoulder or repetitive overhead movements. Stretching your shoulders can help you, both if you already have shoulder pain and inflammation, or if you want to prevent it. The following stretches will benefit you by increasing blood flow to the area, which will help reduce inflammation, by improving your range of motion, reducing the risk of injury and tears, and by creating more space between bones and tendons, so avoiding excessive friction. The fourth stretch will target mostly the medial and posterior deltoid. Starting on all four position with the arm slightly forward and place one arm under the armpit of the other with the palm of the hand facing up. Reach forward as you pull your hips back and press over your arm with your chest. Hold for about 1 minute. If you want to stretch it harder, lie on your side and roll over the bottom arm as you stretch the top arm out. Press on the bottom arm using your body weight as you lie completely face down. A softer version of this stretch is standing and crossing your arm over your chest and pulling it towards your shoulder. This stretch is for the front of your shoulder and your minor pecs. On your knees, place the palm of one hand on the floor and start pressing the front part of your shoulder down. Keep it for about 1 minute. Another way of stretching the front deltoid is with a strong resistance elastic band fixed to a point at shoulder level. Grab the band with your arm flex and the elbow at shoulder height, as if you wanted to do an arm press. Feel the force of the band pulling your shoulder back, but don't move the arm. Hold for about 1 minute. The supraspinatus is one of the most fragile and prone to tears of the shoulder muscles. Its tendon is the one that gets the most friction during overhead movements. I will show you two stretches for the supraspinatus, one static and one dynamic. In the first stretch, start in the same position as in the previous exercise, but this time place the back of your hand on the floor and press down the top of your shoulder towards the ground and hold for a minute. In the second stretch, you will internally rotate the arm as you press the top of your shoulder down. Do 10 to 15 repetitions with slow movements. The next exercise stretches the pecs and the deltoids as well as increasing mobility in the shoulders. For this, you'll need to use a stick and grab it with both hands wider than shoulder width apart. The more flexible you are, the closer your grip can be. Move the stick behind your back while keeping your arm straight. Hold it tight with both hands for about 1 minute. The next one is not properly a stretch, but rather an exercise that will help create more space between the bones and tendons, so avoiding friction and the consequent inflammation. It is called pendulum exercise or simply Codman, from the American surgeon Ernest Codman, who created it. Grab a weight that has an easy grip and weights between 2 and 4 pounds or 1 or 2 kilos. Don't use a weight that is very heavy, otherwise your arm cannot be completely relaxed. Find a spot to lean on. Here I'm using a stick, but anything else like a table or a desk will do. Bend forward at the waist, letting your arm hang straight towards the floor like a dead weight. Instead of moving your arm, Move your body so your arm can swing passively, starting with movements back and forth, side to side, and in small circles. Do this for about 2 minutes. The following stretch is for the front of the deltoid as well as the supraspinatus. Sit with your hands on the floor behind your back with the fingertips pointing away from you. Start moving your hips away from your hands as much as you can without feeling pain. Hold for about 1 minute. This stretch is for the external rotators of the shoulders, the infraspinatus and the teres minor. Place the back of your hand behind the side of your lower back, keeping the wrist out. Grab your elbow with the other hand and start pulling it towards the midline of your body. Hold for 1 minute. This exercise stretches the internal rotators of the shoulder, the subscapularis and the teres major. Get a stick and hold one extremity over your shoulder as you were about to draw a sword from behind your back. Grab the stick on the other side with the other hand and start pulling it up, forcing the top forearm to move backwards. Once you feel the stretch without getting to the point of pain, hold it for about 1 minute. Thanks for watching this video and see you soon for more.